Alright, I have my goggles on and I'm ready to play. My name is Sloth154 and welcome back to Sherlock Holmes Chapter 1. Last episode we got our first case done, a ghost of the past, where what was it called? What's it called? A medium.
Come on, Sherry. Why walk when we can ride?
Yeah, a medium was accused of stealing a diamond. It was the rich guy's mistress who stole the diamond. Can I still go back in? No, I can't. Okay. It was the rich guy's mistress who stole the diamond. The guy who was accused asked her not to ruin his life because he was framed. I remember those. Childhood. And he murdered her and he choked her to death for it. With the coin flip, with the nickel I had, today I have a quarter for the flip for any cases, oh shit, don't lose the quarter. No. Oh god damn it. Wait. I dropped my quarter. How the hell do I always, oh there it is. Yeah, so I have a quarter with me to decide the fate of the people if it's one of those things that pulls at your heartstrings, because Sherlock Holmes games will do that. So this episode, the entire reason Sherlock is here in this city is to visit his mother's grave. We're going to solve cases around the place, and I learned something amazing about John, which is, where is it? Mind Palace, Mother's Love. John's imaginary. John is fucking imaginary. So that explains how he gets around so quickly. So we're gonna go into town.
A free ride for every hotel visitor. Just tell me where to go.
I don't know where the fuck to go. Cemetery? Ah, yeah, to where the dead people are. But John is fucking imaginary. That blew my mind when I learned that last episode.
I won't tell anyone.
It's just a goodbye, John. It won't be difficult. I've already come to terms with my mother's passing.
So Sherlock is
So
crazy.
You really don't remember?
Technically.
To what do you
Crazy.
refer?
Funeral. Sherlock, you were distraught. At first, I thought this visit would dredge up those feelings, but you've been remarkably level.
That's because
John,
they're locked
I think I
away.
was too young to understand. I couldn't fathom why she would leave me.
Perhaps that pain is best left forgotten.
On the
You
contrary,
have to deal with the
it's why I'm
pain.
visiting her grave. To remember her.
Yeah, it might hurt, but you still have the happy
I
memories.
thought you wanted to remember, Sherry. Concentrate, and I'm sure it will come back to you.
Alright, so we're visiting. Alright, so this one. Bunch of flowers. A bunch of asses. Okay. Okay.
I thought you wanted to remember, Sherry. Concentrate, and I'm sure it will come back to you.
Mycroft was adamant that we leave for London immediately after the funeral. He never told me why, but I saw how unsettled he was by the long requiem.
Okay.
The service was sparsely attended. Though my parents were buried separately, the pastor said they're united in heaven. I didn't believe him even then.
Okay.
I wanted to see her one last time before the coffin was interred and say how I loved her. The chance never came. I feel rather faint.
You're fine, you're fine. It's over now. You remembered everything. It will get easier soon.
You say that. So, Minecraft and I had to leave for London just after the funeral. Only a few people attended the service and all were silent. Minecraft held me until I calmed down. 1829?
pocket watch. It seems familiar, John. Why is it here?
Oh, your
Rest in
father's not
peace,
dead.
Violet Holmes. Goodbye, Mother.
Oh, she was born. So she was 40. She lived a long life.
This watch was a gift. My mother's initials are engraved on it. The piece is in good condition. It must have been placed here only recently. A candle in a small puddle of wax. It cannot have been lit for more than half an hour.
Is this really how you want to spend this time?
This is my mother's pocket watch, John. Who put it here and why? Are you not in the slightest bit interested?
A little bit. It might have been Minecraft, but we don't know. Alright, let's pin this. Since you were working right there, I can ask him.
Excuse me, just one question.
Doesn't remind me of anything. Someone else can help better, sir.
No, I do not. That's the point. Oh. Fashionable shoes, brand new.
A man
5'5".
in fashionable shoes stood near the tomb. The size of the prints suggests he is approximately 5.5 feet tall.
You were about to tell me the make and model of tyre, but let me assure you, I do not care.
Neither do I.
Ah, well, it was going to be very impressive. Come on then, the trail continues ahead.
I want to buy one of those bikes one of these days. Oh, the bike.
He mustn't be far away to leave it unattended.
A portable easel was kept there.
Oh.
The Hospitaller crypts. If memory serves, they're
Hospitaller.
located at the far end of the cemetery around an old tree.
Okay. Oh.
I hope that inspiration strikes upon visiting these beautiful vaults. At the very least, you'll enjoy the view. Yours, Mercuria. It's stained with oil paint.
An artist working in
oil
a
paint?
cemetery. Do you think he'd paint my portrait?
If he could see you, John. You.
Oh, it's that ridiculous artist from the hotel.
Be nice, Sherry.
Mr.
Make
Holmes,
friends.
did you come for another portrait? No, I jest.
Is this person gonna
You
be?
gave quite
No,
a performance
Moriarty's
last
around the
night.
same age as
The hotel
Holmes.
was abuzz with your name. I must say I was rather absorbed in it all. The fallibility of men. Such scandal.
It was a welcome distraction.
Oh, my manners. I am Werner Vogel, art enthusiast and gallery proprietor.
Mr. Vogel, I was...
Mr.
perhaps
Vogel's
too
a
curt
killer.
when last we spoke.
Speak no more of it. Travel takes it out of any man, never mind when this is your destination. Once I learned who you were, the pieces fell into place. Your mother was well liked on Codona in her time here. I was sorry to hear of her passing.
I'm gonna ask
How
him
did you
straight
come to
out.
possess my mother's pocket watch?
Oh my! It is quite something to witness those powers of deduction firsthand. Yes, I left you her timepiece. After her death, there was an estate sale. All of Cordona's elite picking of her remains. I couldn't let such a lovely thing go to those vultures. When I learned your name, I could no longer keep the watch in good conscience. It is yours by right, and I knew you'd find it here.
Thank you.
You're very nice.
I've forgotten all about it, but the moment I saw it, I knew it was hers. Amazing what the young mind forgets and the older can recall. Rather odd, loitering in a cemetery.
I suspect you'll win, but I'm here for my art. There's beauty everywhere if you look, even in decay. A little darkness brings out the light. Now, a diligent observer might note that you too were loitering in a cemetery. What brings you here? Closure answers penance?
Closure, I suppose.
And what is closure? Mere proximity?
Understanding. Acceptance.
You didn't understand from afar. You had to come here to accept the truth of her death?
Of course I understand. She died of consumption, drowning in her own blood.
Your mother?
Yes, my mother.
I must have been misinformed. I'd heard otherwise.
Oh, this is the big
Otherwise than
mystery.
consumption.
No, you'd know better than I. I'd heard talk of a police investigation, but Cordona is a notorious gossip. And what does it matter? She's passed on either way.
No.
She has.
Well, I shall intrude no longer. I'll leave you to your closure. Do stop by the gallery if your travels permit. Farewell.
I have a feeling he's going to be the big bad of all this. We saw him at the beginning, and we'll see him at the end.
Sherry? Take as long as you need.
Whatever I need, it isn't here. We should explore Cordona. Perhaps there are archives that may shed further light.
To City Hall it is. Alright, so I'm going to get to... Where the hell is it supposed to go? Where do I need to go now? Oh, I could just walk around the city. Oh my.
Extra, extra! Murderer on the loose! A reward offered for any information as to Mr. Galici's whereabouts.
I see.
Interested in some Cordona news? Check the front page. You won't regret it.
Well, Mr. Galacci has his hands full. I'm gonna make my way to the police station, so I will see you guys once I finally get there, unless something interesting happens. Open world games. How much fun? Hey guys. No fun? Okay. Alright guys, here we are at the police station. Alright, let's go talk to the police officers.
Stark do this, Stark do that. I'm not a clerk, damn it. How am I supposed to get those records now? Yes? What is it? Would you like to report a crime?
No, I wouldn't. My name is Sherlock Holmes. I want to use the police archives.
Wouldn't we all?
I'm serious.
So am I. Officer Logan locked himself inside and he's not letting anyone in.
But why the archives? Won't that stall everyone's work?
You bet it will. He's looking up all the thieves in Cordona over the past decade. Say one thing for Logan. He's persistent.
Is it Lupin?
What happened exactly?
A tailoress from Scaladio's been robbed. Logan spent 2 whole days at the shop sketching the thief, and she still insists that it's all wrong. That shrew drove him up the wall, she did.
Alright.
Would you mind if I talk to this tailoress? I could get you the sketch in no time.
Get off your high horse, mister. You think you're better than our sketch artist?
I guarantee.
I'm quite certain I am. Let me prove it.
Well, I see no harm in it, as long as it gets Logan out of there. In fact, I need to look up some records too. Here's the address. Good luck.
Alright. Master disguise. Lupin! Arsène Lupin. I know it's not Arsène Lupin, but I would like to go against him in this game. There we are. Hello, madam.
I'm pleased to meet you, ma'am. My name is Sherlock Holmes. I'm here to sketch the thief for the police investigation.
Huh.
Oh, another one. I hope you'll be more patient than the previous sketches, signore.
Oh. Let's do it differently.
I suggest we do it differently. You have a great many clothes here, haven't you?
Why, of course, but they're not for sale. I only do tailoring and mending.
No matter. I'll attempt to disguise myself as the thief, and you'll tell me if I get it right.
As you wish,
Get to
Signor
play
Holmes.
dress up.
Can you describe the thief for me?
He was all ugly and beat up looking. An utter rascal if ever I'd seen one. He gave me a nasty look from behind his glasses and then made himself scarce.
And that's it? Could you be more specific?
He was a total villain, I told you. How much more specific do you want me to be?
Skin
All
color,
right, never
facial
mind.
features,
Where can I
any
find the
scars,
clothes?
tattoos,
They're
something
in
like
my
that. Eye
workshop at
color.
the back. Be
Hair
careful,
color at
won't you?
least. Look like another rascal. He's beaten up and wearing glasses. I don't have glasses. Anything else? There we go.
He did wear glasses, but not like those. His were angular and evil-looking.
All right, I'll try another pair.
Cool. Oh, you.
Your face is too innocent now.
What do you mean, too innocent?
There was something evil about his face. Like a mustache. Yes, the kind that all villains twirl as they plot their evil plans.
Ah,
I'd say that not all villains wear moustaches, but I get your point, ma'am.
okay, I got it.
No, those clothes are wrong. He was dressed in a very fancy beige suit. Must have stolen it from someone. No doubt about it.
All right, I've got it.
There were clothes I could get? Ah. We're just robbing this lady of all her stuff. Alright. Ugly beige. Did he have a hat?
He was wearing a hat. Didn't I tell you about the hat? It didn't go well with his suit. That man had no dress sense at all.
Well, what did it look like?
Oh, just a regular hat, you know, black.
Swear to God, lady. Swear to God. My patience would have already boiled over and I would have burned down the building.
Ah, it's you. I mean, it's him. It's him.
Excellent. Now I can make a sketch and take it to the police.
Yes, sir. Please do. That rascal is still on the loose. I hope they are better at catching than sketching.
Lady,
Before I
I
go,
had to
Mum,
come to
I'm
you
quite
4
certain that you don't
times
have
to
any
get a
clothes to sell.
detailed description.
Well, I suppose you can take the police uniform. An officer forgot it here years ago, and I don't have any use for it. If you want to buy clothes, visit the outfitters. You can find them all over Codorna. I hear they even do free rentals now. Let me show you where the nearest one is.
Thank you very much.
Police uniform? Police uniform. I don't get to keep the mustache? What the fuck is this? He's Ice Cream Tom for now. Where are you, Tommy boy? Ah, there you go, Ice Cream Tom.
What can I do for you, Sherlock?
Nothing, you made my day. Alright, let's go back to the police station. Shut up, horse. I wonder how long it took for them to make it illegal to impersonate a police
Hello again,
officer.
officer. I've spoken to the tailoress and made a sketch of the thief. It was child's play.
No, really? And she didn't give you any trouble?
Yes.
No, no trouble at all. She was quite tolerable.
Huh. Who would have thought? Hey, Logan, we've got the sketch. Come on out.
Can I use the archives now?
Well, they're generally not accessible to the public, but you really helped us out.
Am I
so
dressed
I'll
like
just
I'm part of the
turn a
public?
blind eye.
I appreciate
Do I even have a badge?
What did you say your name was? Holmes? Come and see me after you're done. I may have a proposition for you, Mr. Holmes.
Yes, the archives. Subjects, evidence, districts. Crimes, property crimes, subjects. Ransary, documentation, victims. All I found in the archive was an empty folder labeled Thursday, case of Violet Holmes. April 9th, 1869. April 9th, 1869. Stonewood Manor, Grand Surrey. There are no documents inside at all. It seems there really was a police investigation, yet the case files are missing. Trippy.
John, I just recalled that we were living here on Cordona,
Oh fuck,
In a
John, how are
manor.
you out there?
and there was a policeman.
Really? What else do you remember? What happened to our mother?
The memory was vague, a mere flash. I have to find our house.
Absolutely. Let's do it.
Okay. Evidence. This is a proper police unit. Ooh, a gun. Alright, let's go talk to the guy up front.
I'm done with the archives for now. Can I help you with anything else?
As a matter of fact, you can. The thing is, our chief inspector has vanished, as if we weren't undermanned enough as it is.
Wait, what do you mean, vanished?
Gone missing on a case. Shady business, but that's besides the point. See that board? Pending cases are posted there for any available officers to investigate. I would take them myself, except that I've been told to work the reception desk, like some clerk. Yes, we're that short-handed.
I understand
see.
your predicament, but what does any of it have to do with me? I may be available, but I'm certainly not an officer.
Oh, don't worry about it. Consider yourself a temporary one-man independent police force. That's a bit of a mouthful.
Or
There's
a
just one
PI.
small, minor, basic formality. You'll need to complete our physical training course. Easy.
Well, I'm not one to balk at a spot of exercise. What must I do?
I got
That's
time.
the spirit. Sergeant Ermy will show you the ropes. Follow me.
Hey, Ermy.
So, you're a newcomer. We must be desperate to ask untrained civilians for help.
You're lucky to have a well-trained civilian with a brand new auto pistol in his arsenal.
An
Oh, God.
automatic. A bit of a braggart, aren't you?
Are you trying to test me already?
That is why you're here, boy. I need to verify
I'm
your
gonna
skills
fail.
before I can allow you to catch criminals. The first targets are in the next room. You know what to do with them. I'll join you in a while to see the results.
Okay.
Concentrate, Sherry. You need to hit every target to show the sergeant how we do it.
Oh, cool.
Hooray!
Proceed to the next room. Meanwhile, I'll fill out the paperwork.
Come on, Sherry. It's just like in childhood. Steady, Sherry. Steady. And my favourite mannequins for attack. Let's strike them ninja style. Aim for where you might take advantage. Uh-oh, Sherry. Not a nice shot. You could have killed the fella if he was alive.
Oh.
I could do this all day.
Please don't, Sherry. We don't have that much time. Let's move on. Our enemies might be stronger than us, but we rely on our wits. Shoot off their armor.
Hooray!
All right, let's move on, Sherry. If you stand here and use your snuff box on them, you can definitely overcome them, Sherry. It's all Look at that helmet of his. You won't be able to get the powder past it.
Helpful advice, John. I would never have guessed.
Good job, new boy. Well, I'm almost finished with the paperwork. Let's talk about your results.
I did poorly.
Well, I must say your results aren't as bad as I feared. Perhaps you're not completely hopeless, but true combat is quite different from shooting stationary targets.
I'll handle it just as easily.
Well, that's what we're going to find out. Now, we'll test you against our men. Your task is to detain them, not to kill them. So don't go shooting anyone in the eye. That goes for in the field as well. Even though you'll be working with the police department, that doesn't mean you have a license to kill. Here, take
Oh,
these.
boring.
They are blank rounds. So, are you ready?
Always ready.
Then let's get cracking.
Worried.
Not at all. I can hit them all with one shot.
Good luck, Sherry, and remember, the surroundings are your playground.
Coming. I'm coming for you. I can miss the party. I'm coming. I'm coming for you.
Don't work this way.
I can miss the party.
It's not ready.
I'm coming. I'm coming for you.
I thought we were against
Oh,
murder.
fuck. I thought we had blanks.
Your task.
I didn't.
Terribly sorry.
Oh,
I couldn't miss the party.
Take a rest, my friend.
okay, I did it that time. And I didn't murder
That's
anyone.
enough. You've proved yourself. Congratulations on the arrests. I can't believe you did so well with the close combat.
I did tell you that I'm well trained.
Well, do the same on the street, and you'll be well rewarded for every arrest you make. Here is your certificate. You are now an authorized crime scene consultant. Well, it's now your duty to make this city a safer place. Cordona won't ever forget it, but at the same time, it will never remember. I'll tell Stark all the necessary details about your successful certification. Congratulations.
Cool.
Now you're a certified crime scene consultant. Congratulations.
Thank you, my friend. Now, shall we head for Stonewood Manor?
Don't know. You have the whole island to investigate. It's all up to you.
Oh, I didn't look at any of the pending cases. It's nighttime. Collie Shangles. Ooh, new evidence. All right. Collie Shangles. All right, I'm going to read through these real quick. Dockworker and trader, all suspects were detained, cases pending further investigation. Barman's testimony. The trader spilled his beer on the sailor and boy. That escalated quickly. I remember how the sailor swung a chair at the trader, but missed and hit the worker instead. I didn't see anything else. I was hiding behind the counter to wait out the mayhem. Oh, Sari. Grand Sari. So I'm gonna make my way to the estate, mansion, wherever it is, and I'll see you guys once I get there. Okay, guys, I made it to the manor.
Hey, Sherry. There's post here.
Sherlock, I hope this letter does not reach you, for it would mean you have committed to your absurd flight of fancy. The past is the past. To expend any more time in industry retreading one's steps is at best childish indulgence, and at worst, pathological weakness. Consumption is an ugly end, and you were better off for not witnessing it, despite all your protestation. Not all of your protest. I can't say that word. That doesn't sound right in my mouth, coming out of my mouth. One presumes by now you have visited our model's final resting place. I trust this has satisfied your impetuous impulses and free you to return to London at once. It's time to turn your back on what was and help to shape what could be. The nation needs you. Minecraft.
After reading that, I am even less eager to return home than before. Let's investigate our manor.
That's the Mycroft I know. Predictable.
First things first, new mine palace.
There she is. Our old manor. It's smaller than I remember.
Well, you were a
You were a
child.
couple of feet shorter back then, Sherry.
Yeah,
Or maybe it's bigger on the inside.
like the TARDIS. That's not Is that a wooden doll?
I did not expect these to still be here. It was enjoyable to practice using real handcuffs to make an arrest.
Oh, he always wanted to be a cop.
An irreplaceable tool for catching a thief.
For children, yes.
And this must be the reason our suspect was apprehended. Wood and glass, oh, very precious.
Hey, that's Wooden Joe. He was always the best at playing criminals.
It's a creepy ass thing to have. What's going wrong with you, boy? Can we at least pick a peach?
Look at the ash all over the door. I don't recall hearing of a fire.
We don't have to stay here. You can afford another night or two at the hotel.
It's stuck.
Oh well, let's just head back. They probably haven't even stripped our
Those
room
old
yet.
doors couldn't really stand up to too much pressure.
Must be locked.
Move aside. Let me have a go. Seems fine to me, Sherry. This barrier, perhaps it's mental, not physical.
Or perhaps the rest of us are simply constrained by reality, John. I wonder if there's a key secreted somewhere in the garden.
Try to recall that memory about the policeman, Sherry. Concentrate.
There we go.
The policeman brought us both home, John. That's why he was here.
I'm pretty sure he brought something else with him too. Do you remember what it was? I bet it was our reward.
No, we were not so lucky. It was a set of lockpicks that we had used to sneak into someone's house. That's why we were arrested.
Did someone come out to investigate all the commotion?
Minecraft.
It was Mycroft. He smoothed things over and convinced the policeman not to press charges. The officer left and never returned. But we had to endure a serious talking to from my brother. Mycroft wasn't happy about the fact that we were arrested. It felt like he lectured us for hours.
Did we give him something afterwards, Sherry?
Oh, yes. Yes, now I remember. It was a letter. That's why we snuck into the house. Mycroft asked us to. He wasn't angry we stole, but that we got caught.
Yeah, that's how you're supposed to
that's
teach.
Right. It must have been only a couple of months after we moved to Cordona. Ugh, the good old days. Whoa.
How very odd. It appears that memory stood between me and the manor. It's as if my mind palace had seeped into the real world. This deserves further investigation. Perhaps there's more to discover inside.
As long as there is a comfortable
Maybe.
place to put my feet up, I'll be happy. Maybe a chaise longue.
Aha! In we go.
I'm not changing John back. It's so much more fun with him being this.
Home sweet
Hey,
home,
this is the
Sherry.
luggage we brought from London, isn't it?
How much control does John have?
I remember how angry Mycroft was about these marks. He called it a frivolous, childish endeavor.
Auction notification. We have been instructed that the public auction will take place on the 20th of July at Stonewood Manor. All lots have been selected from the finest pieces of property owned by the Holmes family and have been evaluated by expert. Their authenticity is confirmed.
And I was wondering why it's so empty in here.
There may be a small chance that some of our property could be found among local traders. Another one. There
Huh.
must be something important behind it. I can feel it.
Another door.
Another one.
There must be something important behind it. I can feel it.
Oh, so we're taking the house back.
I think our family portrait used to hang here.
Who the fuck would buy something like that? Sounds so fucking creepy. Oh, hey.
I heard footsteps upstairs a second ago. Wait, do we have an attic here?
Another one. There must be something important behind it. I can feel it. Another one. There must be something important behind it. I can feel it.
Alright. So, a lot of things are locked behind doors. Doors we cannot open. Tell they entered the house. Soon after we left Cordona, some manner of furniture was sold to the public auction. Seems unlikely, but perhaps we can locate what was lost among the wares of local traders. Oh, never mind. I got this. Okay.
There was always a hat on our stand, but I'm sure it did not belong to Mycroft. Our mother brought a slew of belongings with her. She refused to leave a single thing in London. Mycroft had to spend the whole day dealing with it. This trip was a challenge for our mother. I tried to help her.
Do you feel it? Is it the air shimmering, or is it my imagination?
It's memory. There we go.
Your neighbors will be told that Mrs. Holmes is suffering from tuberculosis. It is common to move closer to the sea in such cases.
Okay, she
Thank you,
wasn't.
Dr.
It wasn't
Richter.
really consumption.
No, Sherlock, step away from her. Upstairs. Go to your room.
Lean on me, Mother. Take your time.
Actually, I never heard her coughing. I remember now.
It was something else. We arrived in the early morning of a rainy day. Sherry's mother was weak and unsteady, so we tried to help her. Mycroft was very serious while dealing with the luggage. When he saw Sherlock trying to help his mother up, he commanded him to go upstairs to our room. The last person to arrive was the doctor, Otto Richter, who said that the neighbors will believe that Violet has tuberculosis. Sherry just realized that he never heard her coughing.
Oh, I feel dizzy. It's stuffy in here, isn't it?
John, are you all right?
I'll be okay in a minute. How about we...
Oh, John's our
find room
defense
in the
mechanism.
meantime?
The more we remember about our mother and what happened, the more John will disappear. Oh, childhood room.
At this, it's like traveling 10 years into the past with a single step. Oddly satisfying. The first chemical laboratory I ever made. I almost miss its elegant simplicity. Look at this, John. Remember how desperately I wanted to learn the violin? I never had a proper opportunity.
Such a shame. I always hated the rule about being silent in this place.
Interesting. What's that over there?
A doorknob.
This doorknob has a cross-shaped end. Too intricate to be merely a handle.
You know what? That definitely looks like a key. Let's
Robinson
poke around and see if we
Crusoe.
can
The
find
only
any
fiction book on my
secrets.
table. I can still hear my mother reading it to me. So many pleasant evenings were spent here with the Encyclopedia Americana.
Encyclopedias are dead. I remember having them as a child. My mother bought them and everything. My mother bought me encyclopedias when I was a child. Then the internet happened.
Cannot believe all my toys are still here.
Hey, they were not just yours, they were half mine too.
Well, John, you're part of me, so, you know.
An artifact from Palau carved out of bone and claimed to be 300 years old. My mother proved it was a fake. My very favorite plaything. It was the perfect pirate treasure. Oh, these must be the notes of my earliest observations. We wanted to locate a particular dog we'd spotted, and we met it, didn't we? I'll never forget how challenging it was to obtain this simple sketch. Need to repeat this one day, but with bullets.
He does it.
Coal dust from Miner's End, sandy dirt from the old city. We scoured the island top to bottom for these soil samples.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, it reminds me of our neighbour. He had the same balloon in his yard, only bigger. Do you remember?
Yes. We visited him several times while living here.
All right. Minecraft hid the truth about the death of our mother and lied when he told us she died of tuberculosis. Oh. Well, there are no records about my mother's death. We had a family friend on Godona. He may know something.
Wasn't that neighbour missing a finger?
That does sound vaguely familiar. Wasn't his name, Theodore? Theodore Gilden, perhaps?
It's the perfect time to investigate.
After I find this hidden item. Oh. Would you look at that? I hate that. All right.
Perfect match.
His pipe.
Still has a faint odor of tobacco, one of the few things on this island that smell like home.
Okay, I'm recording.
Still has a faint odor of tobacco, one of the few things on this island that smell like home.
Oh.
Made of cherry wood, Father's favorite.
A small straight smoking pipe made of cherry wood that belonged to Sherry's late father, Sherlock Holmes. We had to hide it from Violet as she didn't know we stole it from his cabin in London. The wood is old, its surface worn from frequent use, but it had been well maintained. A faint scent of tobacco lingered.
My small archive of crime clippings. Maybe I should pick up this habit again.
I knew you'd find it in no time.
It took me longer than you think. Alright. I'm gonna go find this neighbor, so I'll see you guys once I get there. And I think that'll be the last part I do today. Oh, there it is.
That wretch Goliath would murder us all. Mark my words.
Looks like something fun happened.
Destruction and trampled ground.
Is it a bull?
Destruction and trampled ground.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
Oof, a contortionist you were not. Disjointed vertebrae. Difficult to say if it was a way to start or finish him off. A kneecap reduced to splinters.
He is hit by something.
A belt from a dressing gown. Curious.
Oh, the hand. Oh, the neighbor. Oh, no.
A missing pinky. Middle-aged. It's none other than Theodore Gilden.
Oh boy, Sherlock. Another death means another question.
And we shall answer the question. It's far too interesting to give it up to the police.
The Gilded Cage. Okay, we're on our next case.
An amount of attention that most can only dream of.
Did he have an elephant?
A royal suite for a favorite pet.
Plenty of food to satisfy even the most fastidious.
It's seen a lot of use. The blade is worn from grinding. It's seen a lot of use. The blade is worn from grinding. It's seen a lot of use. The blade is worn from grinding. A sailor's knife, useful for cutting wet
Okay.
thick ropes. A coal gas tank, enough to pump up an airship.
There we go. This makes sense.
fresh signs of impact. A rough landing led to an altercation with this shed.
Oh. Yeah, he had an elephant.
Poke the elephant with this? Really? People are hopeless.
A strong pull broke this leash. A pool of blood and saliva, possibly as a result of impact.
Sherlock, take a picture of the footprint. It's valuable evidence. This photograph can help us find the old article about the elephants. The front page was fascinating. It was hard to believe as a child.
True. We may need it in our investigation.
All right. Let's work out the events as we can remember them. No, he was still alive. Oh, no, that makes more sense. All right, I got it.
The elephant broke the chain and threw its victim on the ground with a fierce power. Escaping the scene, it pulled the body with it, but dropped it at the gate. At least some of this was witnessed by a third party who was hurled against the shed.
Okay, that makes
The elephant
sense.
can't have gone too far. I can still track it.
I suppose you find it. Then what? Push it all the way back to the manor?
Can you satisfy my curiosity?
I can't help you with that, sir.
All right, fine.
Excuse me, just one question.
That's a question I can answer.
The elephant named Goliath crossed the Greek bridge in the direction of the forest where Theodore used to walk it. He used to walk an elephant. All right. All right. I'm gonna go to the forest. I'll see you guys once I get there. Okay, the elephant went this way.
Strange. It was hung with care. The game has escaped us for now. We'll find a solution to the elephant problem later.
Oh. Dear Theodore, I'm writing you as a fellow islander. I value our friendship just as much as I value our lives, the lives of our people, although I'm afraid this one-sided friendship cannot tie my hands any longer. And being made to look weak in the eyes of your neighbors, they believe that your tree is a mockery and not a peace offering as you intended. The people are afraid. They refuse to give your elephant you refuse to give your elephant a proper trainer, instead using your own limited knowledge to teach it. It is an impossible situation. I admit that I did think having the elephant forcefully taken and given to Mr. Tailheart, who has shown that he is quite capable of looking after the elephant being. Although she is female and far less frightening than your beast, please consider the situation. Sir William St. Clair, Governor of Cardona. Huh. Nope. Alright, so I'm gonna go back to the house. I'll see you guys once I get there. Here we are inside the house.
This young lady has a childish interest for her age.
Well, she was probably sheltered.
Oh, why do I get the worst jobs?
Hey, it's easier now that you have the photograph.
I can always recognize the spirit of a true artist.
I'm pretty sure half this shit is stolen. Oh.
You. Who are you?
My name is Sherlock Holmes. Theodore Gilden was...
Did you kill him? Did you kill the elephant?
It's not in the yard anymore. It escaped into the forest.
You can't let it go. What if it returns?
I highly doubt that, Miss...
Imogen Gilden. Please, I beg of you, find that dreadful beast that killed my father.
I suppose we do need to learn what happened.
Tell me everything you know.
Can you tell me what happened? From the very start.
I was here, so I didn't see how it began. My father visits the enclosure every morning to wake up Goliath. Today, I heard the elephant scream. I've never heard such a horrifying sound. My heart stopped. I knew something was wrong. I looked through my window and saw how it lifted my father up by his neck. I rushed downstairs. I saw it dragging my father as if he were a doll. I threw stones at it.
So that's why those rocks are there.
And charged outside, screaming. Its roar was almost human. I was frightened, so I ran inside and hid here.
I'm sorry for your loss.
It was a terrifying experience, Miss Gilden. I'm sorry you had to go through it.
Thank you. Goliath must be caught, Mr. Holmes.
Well, thank you for the information, Miss Gilden. I did have some questions for your father. Perhaps you might help me with them?
I wasn't privy to much of my father's life, and it's very hard to think of anything at all with Goliath still loose. Please, Mr. Holmes.
Yeah,
Very
blame
well.
the elephant.
Do you mind if I ask you more questions if I find anything that might help?
Anything to catch that monster.
Let's see.
Did you observe anyone else in the yard? Any of your servants, perhaps?
Servants? Do you imagine that we would have any with Goliath? No one wishes to work in this house, even for double pay.
Are
I
you
didn't
kidding
see
me?
anyone else. Only my father and that diabolical beast.
Had Goliath been aggressive before?
It's dangerous, but it was never aggressive near my father. My father would do anything for Goliath. All the elephant had to do was clap its ears.
You envied him, the elephant, I mean?
Our house is called the House of Ivory. I've heard some people refer to me as the Ivory Girl, and my room stinks of the animal, as if it's me who lives in a pen and not Goliath. It's not envy, Mr. Holmes. It's just incredibly difficult to live like this.
Oh, you live in a fancy house. Aw, poor girl.
Miss Gilden, I was on this island 10 years ago, and your father knew my mother. I believe I even had the opportunity to ride that balloon outside, but I do not recall seeing you.
I lived at my late mother's in Sheffield at the time. I'm in no spirit to reminisce right now. The elephant is out there.
You've never heard the name Violet Holmes before? Perhaps your father...
Please, Mr. Holmes. With that beast roaming free, I can't think of anything.
Very well.
Fine. I'll find your beast. Very weird fucking room.
Who's a cute bird?
The mirror effect is weird.
The nicest spot in the room. Mr. Gilden spent hours of his life right here.
Staring at an elephant's backside. What a wonderful life.
Prosthetic finger.
Relatively functional choice to
Wait.
replace the finger.
Why didn't he have it on?
Oh, the pungent stench of an animal.
Did Theodore seek some pink elephants with this?
I think they were closer than you and me, John.
I'm hurt.
You're also imaginary.
I think Miss Gilden has barely matured. Mother. It's nice to see her young and smiling. From before Mycroft was born, our family loves to prod at the past.
Theo Violin
Holmes's
Singer.
desire to rake up the past is hereditary.
What's so special about this place? Another elephant?
That's where he gets his illegal ivory.
A partnership annulled with a single stroke of a pen. A catchy title. I should take a photograph of the plans. I don't want to carry them around.
A local wealthy resident, Theodore Gilden, 55, has purchased an Indian elephant from a traveling circus. Mr. Gilden commented, "Is a wonderful opportunity. There is no one on this island better suited to provide a comfortable home for this elephant. It is a paradise for a noble creature." No, send it back home. It is a paradise for a noble creature. No longer will this animal be locked in a tent with clowns. He will be my companion from now on, my second child, and I will protect him. Don't be jealous, people of Cordona. I am your best citizen. Only time will tell if this is a Midsummer Madness or not. The neighboring elite of Cordona are shocked to read the news, and furthermore, to hear the terrible trumpeting of the beast. But they are having to accept the eccentricity of one of Cordona's most powerful. Now we can all say that the richest on our islands have troubles to bear too, the same as the rest of us.
His second child? An apparent son and heir, I'd say.
Weirdo. Anything new in the Mind Palace? No. I'm gonna go talk to the girl again.
A. Swift, is this name familiar to you? Your father had it removed from this plan.
Oh, that's Arthur Swift. I've seen him a couple of times here. He works with my father in the old city, digging up something ancient.
He is an archaeologist?
That's the word, yes. But to be truthful, I really don't think Mr. Swift is fit to be one. I've just learnt a lot about archaeology from my favourite book series. Oh, they are page-turners.
Inspirational, I'm sure, but would you happen to know where this Mr. Swift might be found?
I don't, but perhaps you can find out somewhere. My father's work with him is all official. Lots of boring legal papers with signatures and stuff.
Okay.
And, which part of the elephant is in here? It's quite pungent.
Don't say pee.
Oh, that.
Oh.
It's elephant sweat. Father believed that it might replace traditional ambergris.
Well, that's true entrepreneur
Nope.
spirit.
New clue for the Mind Palace. Alright, found another thing.
She packed as much as she could carry. The same dull poses on all romantic photographs.
And they haven't changed.
So idyllic. Enjoy your happily ever after before it stales. False idols? Oh, sounds utterly dreary.
Hey, Sherry. We need to talk.
Alright, John.
You found false idols. We need to find the remaining two.
What does bazooka even mean? Would this paper be good for anything but blowing one's nose on?
They're not rubbish, Sherry. There's something more. I'm serious.
Very well. I doubt it'll be worth it, but I will find them for you, John.
You'll thank me later. They're some of the most imaginative books I've ever read.
What did you say?
Speaking aloud helps me think.
Alright, I got more evidence.
I found this. Who's this young lad next to you, your faithful knight?
Paul. He's my pirate. He's not really a pirate. I just call him that. It probably sounds very silly.
Your secret is safe in my hands. Does Paul work somewhere? What is his surname?
His name is Paul Perks. He and his yacht Whirlpool are the champions of the Salacia Yacht Club. He sails there. I'll show you where it is on the map if you need to meet him.
A yachting champion? Oh, well, that will be a first. I prefer dry land. And so does my suit.
Alright.
These bags of yours, it looks as if you've packed your entire room. Were you planning on going?
My partner and I, we wanted a change, a fresh start abroad. But now I have to stay here. Here, an orphan.
You could still leave.
How can you read something like this? It's hard to swallow, and that's not due to the hard cover.
You're hardly serious. Any library without Nabe and Laura is incomplete. If you can read, then these books are an absolute must. Love and adventure. They're about life.
Oh, I wasn't aware that exploding pyramids were a part of daily life on Cordona.
You haven't seen life, so you might try reading about it at least.
Okay, lady. Now we gotta go next to the yacht club, so I will see you guys once I get there. Gonna have a lot of editing to do. Fuck. Alright, here we are at the yacht club.
Hello. My head.
Is this familiar to you?
That's a question I can answer.
Yacht club members mentioned that Paul missed the race and had no one has seen him since morning. He might be in his room in the workshop south of the yacht club. Okay. Paul. Is Paul dead?
Bloodied bandages. Has someone been hurt?
Yep. He's the one who got
Where
hit.
would a champion hide a key?
The champion's whirlpool. Pools bread and butter. Foghorn to navigate and warn others at sea.
It should have a warning to cover your ears.
A foghorn to navigate and warn others at sea.
Recently moved.
I hope
Got it.
Paul is more skilled at yachting than he is at hiding keys.
Paul.
Bloodied bandages. To earn big, you have to spend big.
You grumbless guile wet. You grumbless guile wetfoot. You think you can leech off my family, steal my money, exploit my daughter? This ends today. Your career is over. I shall give you one final warning. If you refuse to cooperate, you'll find yourself in deep water. Giddy.
Mr. Gilden wasn't afraid to get his hands dirty.
Gilden.
Additional earnings to sweeten the victory. An interesting place for a message to a champion. Old betting slips. Paul always bets on Whirlpool. One victory after another.
Okay.
An expensive set of tools for woodwork. An amateur wouldn't know how to use these. A
Elephant.
box full of darts. Each has a needle and can be loaded with drugs.
Paul. You killed the girl's father.
Shipbuilding, shipwright's tricks, Sail weaving.
Too ordinary a room for a champion. There's no incentive to put in any effort.
Do. Oh, cool.
Undeniably psychotropes. Not for
Oh,
toothache, I think.
Cocaine.
Undeniably psychotropes. Not for toothache, I think. A typical tea tin. I wonder what he has for biscuits.
Oh.
Sails of hatred. I suppose there is something for everyone, including champions.
Who knew archaeology could be so exciting?
Exciting is certainly a word.
Okay. I gotta find something else. There's nothing else in here.
Oi.
Oh, Paul.
Hands off my possessions before you lose your fingers. Are you illiterate? The rules are written everywhere.
Ah, Mr. Perks, the cabin boy himself.
Champion, you mean? I was right. You are illiterate. I think a couple of shiners might teach you. One last chance.
I have a gun.
Who are you?
I am a friend of Theodore Gilden. My name is Sherlock Holmes. I need a few words from you about...
Get out of here. I'm not joking. Leave this place before you have cause to regret it. I will use force.
Did the police still throw people in prison for smuggling? Oh yes, with you helpless and handcuffed, I'd learn a few more secrets. We don't need to compete with our egos now, surely.
Oh no. I'd rather you tell me something more, so that I might have more reasons to punch you out.
Time to observe. Wait. You bastard. Payback or accident. Professional yacht woman. Paul Perks is a woman. Paul Perks is a woman who disguises herself as a man to achieve higher social positioning. She uses the privilege of men to pursue her personal goals. She puts all her effort into sport, even though it comes with the occasional accident on the open sea. Bruise and an injured arm are a badge of honor in this dangerous sport. She is a fearless yacht woman and will not give it up. even when it costs her. Yet this is a man's prerogative. I see no reason to disclose to anyone else.
I'm impressed by how well a woman can handle a yacht and endure so many hardships on the open sea. The revelation of your nature could well humiliate so many rich men here, not to mention how you have broken the rules. But I understand. You've done this to forge a real career in the sport. But tell me something. Has no one asked you why you don't grow a beard?
Shh! Have you been following me? You better not be wanting to end my career, because I swear you'll regret it if I get outed.
I have a gun!
Paul. I'm sick of... Who's this peacock? Does he know who I am?
No.
I definitely know who you are not. You're not a dictionary reader, at least. I wanted to see how you... pals interact with each other in your natural habitat. But I'm afraid I have to interfere.
Okay. I can do this without killing anyone.
I'm coming for you. Too simple. Get ready for some pain. Too simple. Give him the pepper stuff. What to know? Welcome, Mr. Party.
Take a rest. The stuff's ready.
It's almost now. Go for it.
No more cry for you until next month.
Welcome, Mr. Party.
Too simple.
I'm coming.
Don't cry. Give him the pepper stuff.
You can overcome.
No more cry for you until next month.
And there's no reward for risking our lives.
Paul's explanation will suffice.
The fuck are you, Paul? I took 2 bullets to the gut, Paul.
Your fellow mariners have a strange way of showing hospitality.
They were not my friends.
Are you sure? I would rather risk my neck for someone who's at least honest and thankful.
Perhaps then don't enter someone's life and be so judgmental, pretending you're better than they are.
Then give me your perspective and allow me to see through your eyes. What were you doing this morning, Miss Perks?
Don't call me that. I'm a champion. I was sailing.
The other club members told me that you missed the race this morning. Do champions not need to practice?
Ugh, you've talked with them already. No, I wasn't racing. I visited the doctor after that attack on me, and then I had to honor the deal with the bandits you just took care of.
I tried to tell you before, but your partners interrupted. Have you heard the news? Theodore Gilden is dead. Do you have anything to say?
Well, what a shock. To me, he was an angry old ogre. Good riddance. Was it Goliath that killed him? Did it crush him? Break his bones? Come on, tell me. I want all the details.
You have an unusual way of showing grief. Imogen wouldn't appreciate that. But yes, the animal could have been involved.
It's poetic in a way, isn't it? It takes a beast to kill a monster. I wish I could have been that elephant.
This business of yours, you should be more careful. Ruining your life at such a young age is ridiculous.
I am careful. Except for you, no one has noticed where I store the smuggled goods. If the police arrive, there's no link to me. It's common storage, not exclusively mine.
All right.
You smuggle illicit psychotropes on your yacht. Not a delivery for the hospital, I'm sure.
Of course not. I've had to cut corners to earn some money. How might a person afford to pay for a yacht in an honest way?
Those
I
don't count
know,
as yacht in this
although
day,
I'm
in my
smart.
day and age.
The buyers are my customers. Adults who are willing to pay for their pleasure, or weapons for jewels. Whatever they want me to deliver. Nothing criminal.
Well, it's your lucky day. I'm not here because of smuggling. Have you tasted this tea yourself?
I wouldn't have been a champion if I had used it. It's just a side business that keeps my career afloat. It's quite expensive to compete in yachting. Sometimes I cut corners.
Such as fixing Whirlpool yourself?
Exactly. And sometimes I just have to pay. That's how I earn money. I don't sell slaves or take the last mangear from a poor family. I don't know what this means.
Imogen doesn't strike me as an industrious young lady, so I find it strange that she was busy packing up all her belongings when Mr. Gilden... That's some favorable wind in your sails, isn't it?
Is it so suspicious that a couple might embark on a trip? I wanted to thank her, so we planned to go traveling. A Theodore-free place, without elephants.
The timing of it is suspicious, however. Your lady friend becomes an orphan and heir, and there's a planned trip directly afterwards.
An improvised romantic dinner will never please a spoilt girl. A planned voyage might. It's not spur of the moment.
Okay, that's pretty smart.
Look what I found. A box full of darts.
Hey, that's mine.
I confiscated it. These darts appear to be filled with something. Poison? How powerful is it?
It's strychnine. Enough to instantly kill a small rodent. I haven't tried it on a human. Yet. I hope you know what you're doing.
Could it immobilize a larger animal, say, an elephant?
I've never tried, but I have wondered.
Okay.
It seems as though Theodore Gilden hung a sword of Damocles over your life and career. Were these only words, or something more serious?
Pfft. Check my forearm. Pulled muscles and bruises. Small cuts. Nothing that you could call serious.
I doubt that a man in his late 50s could wrestle you.
It wasn't him. He behaved like a rat and hired brutes. His boys tried to lock my hands behind my back, but I was faster and I escaped.
Was he so protective of his daughter, or was it your feminine secret that provoked him?
My guess is that he was protecting his property. As he saw it, he owned Imogen, and he treated her like a piece of furniture.
That would
He
explain the
didn't want his
weird
daughter
shit.
to be loved by anyone. What's more painful is that Theodore didn't allow me to love his daughter. Typical.
I'm not sure that your relationship with Imogen could be described as typical.
Especially back
Afraid
then.
of a woman in trousers. Now that's typical of men.
Between yachts, darts, and notes from bandits, I've discovered many fascinating facts about you. But this, an installment of Nabe and Laura's adventures. Why did you sully your library with this?
It's a gift from Imogen. I didn't buy it. I might have turned a couple of pages, but nothing more. I swear.
I will give you the benefit of the doubt, but your literary taste has put you on my blacklist.
Okay.
A charming picture. I've heard that champions do often pose with their trophies.
Cheeky. It is a lovely trophy, though. I'm sure you will agree.
What is it that you like most about her? Her naivety? Her father's money?
A somewhat difficult choice. Especially now that her father is out of the equation.
Cool.
I'm clueless.
A. Swift. Are you familiar with this name? The gentleman had business with Mr. Gilden.
Likely just another strange and wrinkled fellow like old Gilden was. Perhaps this Swift person has a rhino, and they wanted to see which pet was stronger.
Elephant.
In other words, I don't know who he is, but I bet he's crazy like Theodore.
I doubt that court owner has ever boasted a battle arena for that size of mammal. You have
But it
an
could.
interesting
It could.
imagination. Does this knife seem familiar? I didn't find it in your competitor's back, to be clear.
This knife is as blunt as your humor. It's a bosun's knife, but it's not mine. I wouldn't be so careless as to mislay my tools.
Good to know. Good to know.
I don't know what this means. I don't know what this means. I don't know what you're suggesting.
What can you tell me about the elephant?
He's smarter than some people here, including his owner. Although I feel he could be dangerous, no matter how much he's fed.
Why is that? Have you ever seen Goliath attack anyone?
Well, not exactly. But I saw it, abusing some poor tree during one of its walks with Theodore. The expression on that old ninny's face was priceless. But it wasn't funny to look at. Believe me, it was frightening.
Okay. I'm gonna do this real quick. All right. All right, guys, I'm gonna end this episode here. Oh, we got all the evidence we can from this area, and the next thing we're going to do is try to find the Ivory Baths construction site. So, I forgot to say this in the beginning. So, if you like this video, comment, like, and subscribe. It does help the channel. Tell me who you think is behind the death of Mr. Gilden. Is it just an accident from a disgruntled animal, or was it his daughter's lover? Or was it a shunned business partner? I still don't have all the evidence, but we will continue this case in the next episode. I might just save the big cases for the episodes and do all the smaller ones, unless they're prevalent to the story, on my own. But this is going to lead to places and things. So once again, if you like this video, comment, like, and subscribe. It does help the channel. Check out the description. I have links to other games I played, including the first another Sherlock Holmes game I played on my channel. It wasn't open world like this, but it was good. I don't know why I said it like that, but they were both. It's good. If you made it this far in the video, Brian thanks you, and yeah. We'll see you next time. Bye.